the script all the way through production. We also had Chris Pine talking about his experiences of playing D&D with his family. He said, if there's one game in high school that should be played in every single school across the nation, it should be D&D, because you can get everyone all in a room and within 20 minutes, no one will remember which class they came from or who their friends are or who the dork is. They'll just want to get together and have a laugh. In more D&D news, one movie tie-in product has already been announced with the Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves gelatinous cube toy. So the toy will be large enough to fit in the 6-inch scale D&D action figures inside, and it will be available in March 2023 alongside the film release. We also have more details on Spelljammer Adventures in Space. The previews from Wizards of the Coast share the abilities of the 5e version of the Astral Elves. They will have the ability to cast Misty Step and some divine spells like Sacred Flame as racial abilities. The Spelljammer Adventures in Space box set is set to be released on August 16th, only a few weeks away. Modiphius have announced their upcoming release, Star Trek Adventures Utopia Planetus Starfleet Sourcebook. This sourcebook will allow players to design their own Federation starships, space stations, and small craft-like shuttles. The book will also cover the history of the Federation from the 22nd to the 25th centuries. This sourcebook is scheduled for an October 2022 release. You know what the best thing about HeroQuest is? It may be the new Frozen Horror expansion. This expands the game with more monsters, tiles, accessories, new figures, custom Frost-themed dice, a quest book with 10 new adventures, and like the original expansion released in the 1990s, this will also have a series of solo adventures just for the Barbarian character, and then the rest of the party will join them later. The pre-order is available for $44.99 and has estimated shipping dates of September 2022. In industry news, Hasbro have announced their quarterly earnings report for the second quarter of 2022. And whilst Dungeons & Dragons isn't specifically mentioned in the report, they do state that tabletop gaming overall is up 15% from this time last year. This seems to indicate yet another quarter of growth for the RPG line. If you'd like to hear these stories discussed in more detail, you can listen to Morris's unofficial Tabletop RPG Talk podcast, or you can read all about it at enworld.org.